Good morning, good afternoon, aloha, as we say here from Hawaii, bonjour, and I don't speak all your languages here today. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz, and joining you from the World Tourism Network here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Today, we're going to celebrate tour guides from all over the world. For those of you that are joining us on our news platform on eTurbo News, livestream.travel, Hawaii News Online, Travel Wire News, or wherever you see us, and you want our social media, you can see us on Facebook now, on YouTube. If you wanted to be part of this live audience, you can still do this. Go to worldtourismevents.com, sign up, and you get an instant sign-in code so you can join us on Zoom, and then you're part of this event. Otherwise, just stay tuned. We're ready to go and wanted to welcome everybody here. For those that don't know what WTN, what World Tourism Network is, we're hosting this event actually for the Tour Guide Association, and you will hear a lot more about it. But World Tourism Network is an organization what is fairly new. We only started in December, and it emerged out of the discussion on how to rebuild tourism after COVID. We actually originally started in March of 2020 on the sideline of the ITB in Berlin. ITB, you remember, never happened, but we started our discussion at the time. In the meantime, you can join members in 128 countries. So we're very global, very international. We're currently restructuring a lot of our interest groups to make it more exciting and get people more involved. And we're very happy to have a great team of people from all over the world that are known in the industry or not so known or will be known, helping us. We also have a team of tourism heroes. I see a number of these tourism heroes here. I don't want to mention everyone now, otherwise we're going to keep on going. But Tourism Heroes is an award we started. You find it on heroes.travel, and it recognizes all these special activities and achievements we see from people who are really wanted to rebuild this travel and tourism industry. I wanted to, however, before we get started, welcome specially and mention Dr. Taleb Rifai. He has been with us from the very beginning. He is one of our patrons and co-chair, and a real inspiration for us here at World Tourism Network. As you all know, Taleb was the former Secretary General for 2 terms for the World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, and I'm very pleased that he's joining us today from beautiful Jordan, and I'm sure we will hear from him more. Without further delay, I wanted to give and hand over this microphone to Marikar Donato. Marikar is one of our tourism heroes, and she also leads our discussion group and interest groups for tour guides. She is based in Washington, D.C. We had a number of events, and she's just really an inspiration also to the industry and to tour guides all over the world. She's the one who's putting this together, and she will introduce everyone here on her panel. And after this event, we will open it also up for questions and answers. So you have plenty of opportunities to talk to each other, to talk to new friends, and also ask questions. Marikar, the microphone is all yours now. I put you in the spotlight.
Thank you very much. Hello, and good afternoon and greetings to everyone on the call. My name is Marikar Donato, and I'm calling in from Washington, D.C. in the U.S. So we're very happy to have this broadcast today, hosted by the World Tourism Network, with whom we have been a member since April of 2020. So it's really exciting how we come into conversations with thought leaders. And today is a very exciting day because we are going to introduce to you the World Federation of Tourist Guides Association Convention in Novi Sad, Serbia in 4 months, February 2022. But before we go into the convention proper, we would like to introduce and give a big round of applause to our president who leads us in all this whole Federation of Tourist Guides. Her name is Alushka Ritchie. President Ritchie comes from South Africa, and she's here to open our conversation. Alushka, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you, Marika, and thank you very much to Jurgen and Talib for hosting this themed evening tonight or today. We really are honored to have you featuring the tourist guides once again. And of course, the introduction, Jurgen, that you gave to Marika is so apt. She really is an inspiration to many of us as tourist guides and extremely passionate about our industry. So thank you very much. So yes, so the World Federation of Tourist Guide Associations, for those that don't know us, we are a federation of tourist guide associations from across the globe at the moment in just over 90 countries. And we basically promote and advocate for the profession of the tourist guide. And one of the ways that we get together as tourist guides to learn from one another is our convention. And how this basically came about was our first international convention was hosted in 1985. And this was an initiative from colleagues from Israel as well as Austria. And our first official convention followed in Vienna 2 years later. And this is how our traditional biennial convention came about. And that was again through the passion of tourist guides across the globe coming together and realizing that there has to be a way that you can meet one another in person, share ideas and share stories. So as I say, this started 1985, continued into 1987. And over the years, we have been hosting our convention from Israel, Austria. We've been to Singapore, we've been to Scotland, we've been to Australia, South Africa, and of late we went to Prague, Iran, and in 2019, we found ourselves in Tbilisi. And how do we choose where do we go? Well, you, our members, basically choose. And each of our member associations have a delegate, and the delegates vote on where they'd like to go. So in 2019, everyone voted for Novi Sad. Our lovely hosts, Milos and Ivana, presented in Tbilisi, and they won to host in 2021. But as we know, the pandemic year, we had to postpone our convention by a year and moved it to February 2022. So now with tourism reactivating and things becoming more positive, we really are focusing on an opportunity for all our tourist guides, members, non-members, to come together and meet again in person. And we're going to discuss a little bit later why you should attend a convention, and Jovana will show you more about Novi Sad. But I think it's important to remember that we run these conventions with a multi-purpose in mind. It's not only to see one another in person as tourist guides, but we also run educational programs and information workshops and sessions. And these really speak to our tourist guides because it gives them an opportunity to increase their skills and their knowledge. And then we also look at it from a marketing perspective. And my executive board member, Sebastian, my vice president, is also with us tonight. And he really advocates for attending these conventions and using it as a marketing tool for yourself as a tourist guide. And I'm sure he will add to this a little later. So our conventions really do provide a platform for you to become an ambassador of the WFTGA, as well as the city and the country that we are in for our specific conventions. You get to meet colleagues from approximately 50 countries, share stories and share experiences, and walk away with those connections and potentially work in the future for yourself. So moving forward, we will hear from Jovana a bit more about Novi Sad, but the exciting thing is that we are currently looking at our destination for our 2024 convention. And this is in its final stages of bidding documents, and we have had our bidding countries submit their final documentation this week. And again, the delegates will vote in Novi Sad in February on where we will be in 2024. So watch that space. But in the meantime, let's celebrate Novi Sad, and we really hope we get to see all our tourist guide colleagues getting together in February next year. Thank you, Marika.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that message, Alushka. And we really hope that we will see a lot of tourist guides in our convention in 4 months. It's that quick.
Absolutely. And don't forget that it's not just we have a really special recipients joining us as well. We have the recipients of the Jane Nord Scholarship. We have 3 of them, and they will also be joining us in Novi Sad, and we'll be announcing those 3 recipients next week. So also watch our news.
Okay, wonderful, the scholarship. So moving forward, let us now give the virtual floor to our young professional, Giovanna. Her name is Giovanna Milkovits. Giovanna is our go-to person in tourism. She has a BA in hunting tourism, an MA in tourism management, and another MA in management of cultural tourism. And currently, my friends, she is in her PhD, of course, in the field of nothing else but tourism, right, Giovanna? You are going to be the doctor of tourism in our world today. So she has been, her academic interests don't lack in experience. So Giovanna, since 2017, has been an active tourist guide in her hometown, Novi Sad. And her childhood is connected to Petrovaradin Fortress, and the symbol of Novi Sad. She enjoys showing Novi Sad's famous and not so famous claims. So here to us to open our convention of 2022, meet Giovanna from Serbia. Giovanna, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Marika. Hello, everyone. Greetings from Novi Sad, our city, convention city for February of 2022. Here is 8 p.m., so greetings from Saturday night. If it's okay, I would like to share my screen to start to say something more about our convention, for you to know about the dates and to see what to expect, because it will be winter in Serbia when you come here. So it is February and it will be winter. We are hoping that that we will have snow at that moment, but for pre or post tour we will have a because we have some mountain areas, snow during especially during the pre-convention tour, and we will see for the post-convention tour. So I will share my screen now. You will see videos also of Novi Sad and something about Serbia. So just a moment. So as you can see, these are the dates from 2nd till 14th, but our main convention dates are from 7th till 11th, and pre-convention tour starts on 2nd of February and lasts till 6th. Then we go to Novi Sad, and we will have our convention for those 5 days, and from 11th, it starts post-convention tour in Eastern Serbia. So as you can see, pre-convention tour is Western Serbia, and Eastern Serbia is our pre-convention tour. So just to see a video about Novi Sad and about Serbia, you will see also about our convention tours and about pre and post tours, but just for now to start, and I will let you know what you're seeing in the video at the moment as you look at it. Serbia. About Hotel Park, so this is our main convention hotel. Many of people who have already registered are coming to Hotel Park because it is in walking distance from convention venue Master Center, that it is less than 10 minutes by foot. And of course, because a lot of people are registering for Hotel Park, it is 5-star hotel. It has spa, it has a really good food. We are hoping that many of you that want to register will come to Hotel Park. For other hotels, you can visit our website because everything is written in details. And the one thing that you need to know about Novi Sad is that here everything is 20 minutes maximum by foot. So city center is around 15 minutes from Hotel Park. And of course, one thing that you have to have also in mind is that Novi Sad is completely flat. So we don't have any hills or anything. So it is really easy to walk around and go by foot everywhere. And the Master Center, our convention venue, it is the home for many fairs that are organized in Serbia, in Vojvodina, and in Novi Sad. We have agricultural fair, one of the biggest fairs in Serbia and in this part of Europe that is organized here. So this will be our convention venue. The best thing is that all these places can be shared, separated. So these halls can be separated and we can use different places. So it is the good thing for our workshops to have the place where, that we can share. And this is for the photos. You can see here on the right side, higher photo is Novi Sad and lower photo is our capital, Belgrade. And of course, in the middle, this welcome to Novi Sad. This is the clock tower. This is the symbol of our city. It is our drunk clock, and you will hear a story about that when you come to Novi Sad, or just follow our Facebook and Instagram page. So we will share much more details about our city as we are approaching to our convention. You can here see our website. It is convention.wftga.org and news, and you can register on convention.wftga.org registration. Of course, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can here see what is our nick, and of course these are our email addresses where you can contact us for all the details that you need. So info 2022WFTGA@gmail and convention 22WFTGA. So that's all from me at the moment. I'm here for all your questions if you need or want, of course, to hear a bit more. All the prices and everything are located on our website. So it is best place to, yes, I can see the question. At the moment, we still have early bird. So it is a problem for me to write all the prices because we have different hotels. Of course, it depends if you are in single or double room. So it is best for you to check out our website because all the prices are written there. Because it is hard for me to know if you want to be in a single or what hotel you want to choose. It depends really of the hotel and the price. So if you have any more questions, you can just write in chat. I follow it. Question. Okay, thank you, Maricar, for please write your convention questions on the chat. Thank you.
Yeah. Can you, excuse me, thank you, Giovanna, for that information about the convention. Can you tell us what is the theme of our convention for the 19th?
Theme for our convention is water that guides us. It is mostly because of the Danube River that flows in Novi Sad, and of course in 9 other countries, 10 countries, and it connects us with Germany and with Black Sea, and of course because water, as we know, it is a resource that we need to take care of. So we wanted to just talk a bit more about that. So water that guides us is theme for our convention.
Okay, great. And we have another question here. I'm sure you have about the books. Is do you have any books to recommend to read? What is the best book and movie you would recommend to give us a good flavor of history and culture? From Carol Yaranella.
Well, we have a lot of new and old films, but At the moment, about the book, do you want maybe book about history of Serbia or Novi Sad? The problem is that we don't have that much movies and books that are translated in English.
Okay.
So that's the main problem for me now to tell you directly, because most of them are in Serbian and they're at the moment. Some new are being translated, but some still haven't been translated to English or any other
Right.
questions. So I will make a post on our Facebook and Instagram page for you to see and to hear, actually to learn more about Serbia and more about. We will make some recommendations for you about movies and about the books.
Okay.
It will
great.
it will be one of our posts.
Good.
Yeah. Any questions, Talan? Do you have any question for Giovanna? You were asking whether it was the main city.
I have here for another country that need visa to get to Serbia for registering the convention, that need pre-register, or we can wait until we get visa. For visa, you need to register and you need to make a payment. Payment still is not open, so at the moment it is still just registration. We are working on sending pre-invoices for you to pay, but we cannot send you invitation visa letter before you register and pay. So that's the main problem, because we cannot give invitation letters for people that are not registered and checked by our government and by, of course, WFTGA. My favorite thing about Serbia, I have to say our food. We really have a good food. It is, I think that I cannot explain that before you come to Serbia and try it.
Yes,
Alushka has been here, so I think that she can she can tell that also. On our 1 hour meeting, she was drinking wine from Serbia, so it is food and drinks, and of course people here are really friendly, and I hope that you will come to see it by yourself, because it is really something special to be here, especially during winter. With snow and in Novi Sad. Novi Sad is my favorite city in whole Serbia. I really love it, especially during that winter time when we have lights everywhere. And our Danube Park, before COVID, sadly, before COVID, there was a big ice skating ring in the middle of the park, and lights were everywhere. So it is really nice to be here during winter, and I'm really happy that convention is in the beginning of February, and people will still have opportunity to see all these lights from New Year's, and of course to mention our calendar. Our celebrations are a bit different. We are celebrating Christmas 13 days after. So our Christmas Eve is on 6th of January, and on 7th of January we are celebrating Christmas, and we have Serbian New Year's, and it is on 13th of January. So we have 2 Christmases, 2 New Years, 2 Easters later. It depends, of course, from the calendar, but it depends in April or in May, but we have everything double. That is the best here in Vojvodina, especially because as we were looking at the video, we have 25 different nationalities living here. So Christmas, Catholic Christmas, so we are here mainly in Serbia Orthodox. Catholic Christmas is celebrated also in Vojvodina, really specially. And we have a lot of, let's say, mixed families. Sorry. We have a lot of mixed families here, and kids are celebrating everything twice. So it is really nice to be here. Sorry, let me just check for.
There's a question by Kit Garrett. Do you have you see that, Giovanna?
Sorry.
There's a
sorry,
question
Maria,
by Kit Garrett. Please describe the COVID health and safety protocols that will be in place.
Just for that, please check for our official website, because it is changing from day to day. What I say today, maybe it will not be tomorrow. So the best thing is follow all the protocols that are on the website, because it is changing all the time.
Okay, thank you.
That's a story. It's a story everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's the story everywhere. Yes, sorry. This may be a dumb question, but are there Chinese restaurants in Serbia? Yes, David, we have Chinese restaurants in Serbia. But I don't know. I actually don't know if the food, we have, of course, people that are cooking are Chinese, but the thing is that I think that maybe it is quite, how to say it, it is prepared in order for Serbian people to like it. I don't think that it depends, of course, spices and everything. I love to eat Chinese food, but I'm not 100% sure that it is 100% original. But yes, we can try.
Yes. Yeah, I think when we travel, we learn to educate ourselves with the culture. So food, cuisine is part of the culture. So we try to appreciate that culture, learn about it, taste their food. And so you are learning different tastes and just different ways of how people live their lives and how they eat. So it's part of traveling, I think. It's to give you a broader education. And that's why we travel to different countries.
Yes, I agree. I agree really with you, because I think the best way to get to know any country actually is to travel, to meet with the locals, to try their food, to see what they have to offer, what they have to say. And I think that is the best way to get to know any country or any city actually, and so on. So I don't see Marikar. Which are your special pastries for Christmas? The one thing that you need to know about food, especially in Vojvodina, it is really under influence of all these different nationalities that are living here. So we have that kurtosh cake, that it is also in Czech, also in Hungary, also in Serbia here, but maybe I would say bun cake. We have made a video how to make a bun cake. We have made that video actually for Tourist Guide Day for 2020. We have shared it, but it is we can share it again for you just to see it, because I think it is really nice nice tradition here to make different sweets. So we have a lot of different sweets, of course, and other food, but most of them are under influence, and it is a mixture of culture and of tastes and everything. So really, when you come to Serbia and to Novi Sad, you can see multicultural things everywhere. So it's the best way to get to know a country is to taste different things in the country. Jamal, what is your new year called? It is called Serbian New Year's. It's nothing special. It's just Serbian.
It's Orthodox. It's the Orthodox
and
New
thank
Year.
you for all the wishes. Thank you for all the wishes that and for greetings from different countries. I think that I have answered all your questions. If you have anything else, you can write in chat. I have been following it.
Right. Giovanna, could you write your contact about how to reach you? They're asking.
Yes, I think Alushka wrote it down at the moment. So Convention 2022. And we have this other email. I will write it also right now.
And we have a convention question, perhaps, Sebastian, if you're on the call. There is a question from Yoni Shapira, Israel. Are there different delegates should different delegates prepare presentations about the topic in their country?
I'm not sure. I don't know, Alushka, do you know about that? I have saw that question, but I don't know.
So what happens is at every convention every year, just so that everybody has context, if you are a stranger to a WFTGA convention, we have running for that whole week a lot of different things. So not only do we have workshops, but we have plenaries, but we also have a general assembly. And this is where the business of the association gets done. So in this general assembly, we have our delegates, and the delegates are the persons who our association members have selected to represent their association. So I'm not 100% sure. I have asked Yanni if he does mean the General Assembly, because they, the delegates, do present their country reports and that. But we'll chat to Yanni and see. Oh, I see, Yanni, you've responded to me. That's a great idea. So Yanni has suggested that perhaps each country present on the value and importance of water in their country region, and that will speak to the water theme of the convention.
Yes.
That's a great idea, Yanni. So we can put that to our members. I think that's
very
a
good idea.
way. And it will speak to sustainability as well, which is really
very good idea.
Top of mind for us. I don't know, Sebastian, do you have anything to add on that as well? I saw Sebastian pop in briefly.
I hope you can hear me. I'm in the middle of a train going through the mountains at the moment in Austria.
You're broken.
Frozen.
Frozen.
Well,
I guess the Austrian train.
So.
The joys of the Austrian train, but it's not often we get to meet Sebastian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is going to try it without mic. So
okay. Giovanna, when I was there, I had this little drink served in a little glass, and it was absolutely potent. You just smelt it and you could feel yourself. What was that drink? I forgot the name of it.
I think you're talking about raki.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. I think everybody needs to try that. Everybody needs to try that on their first day when they visit Serbia.
Raki is very, very, very important.
We will make it possible for everyone to try our rakia. You cannot go from Serbia without trying it.
It's,
is it cold in winter? Do you know how many degrees? it depends what you mean for cold. But here, for me, it can be quite cold because it goes even minus 10 degrees Celsius, sometimes
cool.
even less. So yes, that's cold. That's quite cold.
That's cool.
But we will see, because it depends really from winter to winter if we have snow and if it's cold. So we will see, but I should tell you to bring your jackets just to be sure. Not to, so you stay healthy here when you come to our convention.
Right. I think Professor Snetsana, you have your hand
Yes,
raised, Professor.
Professor Snezana.
Yes, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I'm very glad that World Tourist Association, Guide Association chose Serbia and Novi Sad for the convention. Maybe you will be interesting about the tour guiding here in history of tour guiding here in Serbia. The very first exams for the tourist guides recognized by the government of Yugoslavia was held here in 1957. Although tour guide exams were before the Second World War as well. But from the 1957, where the very first exam for the tourist guides in Yugoslavia in Belgrade was held, you can see that we have more than 60, 65 years or something like that. So I can tell you that the tour guiding is very important for Serbia because tour guiding is one of the main, how can I say, main jobs for mostly for the young people, like for example, Jovana and many others. And because of that, I think that you will be very, very interested in all those pre and post conference tours, because they are going to be in the eastern and the western parts of Serbia, which is completely different in way of living, culture, food, national costumes, and such things. And it is very important that pre and post Congress tours was chosen to be different and all together with Belgrade as the capital city of Serbia and Novi Sad, which is the center of the autonomous province of Vojvodina. All together, you will get the whole picture of Serbia, of people of Serbia, of our nature, way of living, our culture, because in the eastern part of Serbia, you will see the history of region of Serbia, which is going long before 7 years before the Christ. From that period, you will see parts which are from the Neolithic period. And I think that the theme of this conference is very well chosen, because the Danube, as the second largest river in Europe, has so many things to show, especially in Serbia, because a part which is going through Serbia is 588 kilometers. And you can see 4, 5, 6, 7 different, how can I say, fortresses, like Petrovaradin in Novi Sad, like Belgrade fortresses in Belgrade. There are many more. Then you can see Golubac and such things. So I think that the program is very well done, and don't be afraid about the minuses. It can be very cold, and the jacket is not only what you should take with you. You should take a very good coat. But as you know, that the climate is changing all around the world, so it changes here. So sometimes temperature can be even plus. you never know, but it's better to have a good coat and take it off than to be cold. It is really very good that the next convention is going to be in Novi Sad, because you will see heart of Serbia, you will see a people of Serbia, and don't be afraid about our food. It is very, very tasty, I can tell you, for everyone. Even for the Mexican, it can be tasty, because some of our food can be very, very hot, but it can be so mild. And rakia, as you are talking about this spirit, rakia is very good. And there is a special kind of tea. And Jovana, please don't tell anyone what kind of a tea is that in the Western Serbia. You will show them when they come. Is it okay?
It's
So
okay.
Of course.
it is a special, please, Taleb, don't tell them, because I know that you know. It's a special kind of a tea which is produced only here in Serbia.
That's right.
Yes, but please, Taleb, we have to be, it can be something very special for this occasion. And I think that everybody will like it very, very much. So
yeah, we need to leave something for them when they come to here and to taste here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope we can see you, Professor Snetsana, in our convention in one of those days. There's 5 days of the main convention.
If you invite me, I will come. So,
Of course, of course. Of course,
Hvala
you're
vam,
invited.
profesorka, na javljanju.
Yes. And we have Talib, Dr. Rifai, you have your hand raised.
Yes, I just want to say that Serbia is a wonderful country. I've been there several times. I've been to Novi Sad also. It's a wonderful place. What Giovanna said was very, very overwhelming, but it doesn't really give enough. You have to come to see it. You have to come to see it.
Yeah,
Really.
pictures are really not enough. You need
That's
to,
right. It's the people that matter, the people.
see and to be a part of that city, just to feel the spirit of
That's
people
right.
that are living here.
That's right. Very true, Giovanna. Just want to
Thank
add
you for
to what Giovanna.
thank you for those kind words about our country, and especially about
Serbia is a
about,
very special country. It's a very special
about
country.
Novi Sad. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Max from Croatia, will you join us for our convention? Max, why don't you unmute and then go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello to everyone from the neighbor country. And yes, I would like to see you all in Novi Sad. I hope that I will be able to join as well. And I'm actually from Interpret Europe. This is European Organization for Interpretation of Heritage, and I'm coordinator for gastronomic heritage interpretation. So when I heard now what is the subject or the main topic of your conference, it's about water, I will say, okay, water is life, but then food is health.
That's right.
I agree.
And I'm sure, that you will enjoy the food in Serbia because it's really good. And Novi Sad is also my favorite place in Serbia.
Yeah.
Thank you, Max. Hope to see you. Hope to see you in Novi Sad.
Yeah.
Your neighbors there. How many hours to drive? 5 hours?
It depends.
5 minutes.
What city are you from, Max?
I'm from Zagreb, from the capital of Croatia.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we have
that's
highway close.
That's not far.
It's really well connected, so it's not a problem.
Right. Thank you, Max, for that. We have Burkhard Herboti. Please unmute and tell us where you're calling from, Burkhard.
Yeah, hi, my name is Burkhard Herbrote. I'm from Germany, and I'm not a tour guide. I'm editor of an international tourism directory. And of course, I'm always connected with tour guides like with any other fragment of the large tourism industry. So, Giovanna, when all the people in Novi Sad are smiling like you, your event will be very successful. So number one. Number two,
Thank you.
number two, ignoring the destination, ignoring the conference event in Novi Sad. I think the tour guides, the importance of the tour guides are totally underestimated. And I think you are working at the front. You are really working at the front with the final consumer, with the tourists. And you need to have a lot of skills. You need to have a multitasking job. You are not just a guide, you are also a translator, you are a storyteller, expert in intercultural communication, an expert in interreligious dialogue, you are a moving library. Sometimes you need to be a diplomat between the company or destination and justified or not justified complaints by customers. You are the ambassador. You are the ambassador of the ordinary people, not of the government. Then you have an ambassador in the capitals of the world. That is right. Your face is in the memory of hundreds of thousands of people over the years, and they will recall not in the name of your company. They will remain in your face and in your name. And this is so important. And you create bridges of peace, of trust, of understanding. And I just want to say thank you. That's all.
Very nice. Very
Thank you very much.
Very hard.
And for those, maybe if I can cut in, who don't know Burkhard, Burkhard is a good friend of WTN, has been here from the very beginning, has been everywhere. I know Burkhard for decades now. And if anyone needs any information about anything, you contact Burkhard. He knows it. So it's an amazing, and thanks for being part of it, Burkhard. I just wanted to say this. And I also wanted to say Professor Snesana, she leads our educational forum, a high-level Balkan group we're putting together. She is in Serbia, and I really enjoyed listening to you. Wow, I love the food there too. It's fantastic. Thank you.
It is.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Well, what about our guides? David Herb, can you unmute, please, David? Tell us, are you planning to register for the convention?
Oh, yes.
And where you're calling from?
I'm from Washington, D.C. I am registered, and I'm just waiting for the details of how to pay and set up my flight. So I'm looking forward to it. And I just think what the last speaker said about you, Giovanna, and all of us being the ambassador of the ordinary people, I think that's so profound. That's so profound. Yes. Very inspiring.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
We will wait for you in February. And
good.
Oh, and it's my birthday when I'm there. February 6th.
We need to maybe some Chinese restaurant for your birthday. Yes, we need to think about that.
It's my favorite. Thank you.
Yeah, he said he's going to throw a party February 6th, Giovanna. Put that down. That's the opening of that we're going to be in.
We will save the date.
I think under Serbian tradition, whoever's birthday it is has to buy all the drinks.
Yeah.
Well, I have to do what I have to do.
I hope that you can prepare everything, because we are expecting a lot of people, so I don't know about paying for everyone.
You have this credit card on file, so don't worry about that.
Okay, that's perfect. So 2 drinks, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe even 3. We don't have any limit, so.
That's right. Okay, how about my friend Dimitra from Cyprus? Dimitra, are you coming to our convention? Please.
Hi, everyone. A pleasure to be with all of you. I'd really love to. I'm going to do my best. I've got a program here due as from the 7th of February for a week. It's something to do with the university. So if I'm there, that means I'm going to be at the pre-convention program and a little bit of the main convention. So I'll do my best. I'd really love to be there. And Giovanna, you have really made a lovely presentation, and you gave us again the enthusiasm of being there and participating in all of those tours so visiting all those exciting places and definitely tasting your fantastic food. I saw those pastries and I said, oh, may I have two of them? with a glass of rakia, that would be perfect. I'll do my best to be there. I would really love to.
Great, wonderful. Thank
could-
you for
Hope to
yes.
see you here.
I hope to see you there too. Thanks.
Okay, and we have our area representative from North Africa, Waggy. Waggy, why don't you tell us how you feel about going to Serbia?
Actually, since I met my colleague last time in Tbilisi, and now as I'm speaking from North Africa, especially from Egypt, I would like to say that I had a very good knowledge and information and a friendship between the colleagues that I met in Tbilisi, which made me dreaming by going to the next convention. And when I heard it will be Serbia, I started to read a lot about Serbia, especially the city of Novi Sad, which is chosen to be as the capital of the culture of the European Center for 2022. So I will be very happy if I will be able to be there and to meet my friends and to see a new culture for me. So really, it will be very excited. And I would like to ask Giovanna a little question for me in Egypt, for my colleagues who are attending with us from Tunisia and from Morocco. We all have a little problem of getting the visa. So we were trying to contact the embassies, and they had no information about that Serbia will hold this convention. So please, we need you as soon as possible to send them a message from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, letting them to know there is a special occasion will happen in Novi Sad. So to make it easier for us when we offer our papers to go there, because really we have some difficult things happen, especially from the countries that I represent. And we have a little bit some not good experience in the previous time. And sometimes they approved getting the visa after some events happen with a week or 2 weeks. So please, as soon as possible, we need you to send such a letter. It will help us to enjoy your lovely country next winter. Thank you very much.
Thank you about that. Yes, we know about these things that are happening especially in your country, in Egypt. We have already sent earlier to ministries about our convention, and we have communication with people that work in ministries. At the moment, we are preparing a letter directly for embassy in Egypt. So we are hoping that we will have some opportunity to communicate with them. We have already wrote that. At the moment, there is not ambassador in Egypt, ambassador of Serbia. So there is just embassy. But we are still going to contact them in order for you to have opportunity to get visa, of course, when you register and you get our invitation letter. But the thing is that people here in Serbia and in ministry, in all other in different ministries, they know about the convention. But at the moment, it is still a process to let everyone know. That moment about the communication is still in process, but we are doing everything we can, and we are preparing all the letters for embassies where we need to send them. So we are hoping that we will establish communication, and you will have less problems to go for your visa to embassies. But if you need to check, if you need visa, we have one part of our website where you can see it, or you can go directly to our Ministry of Foreign Affairs to see if you need visa to come to Serbia. And the thing is that all people that have Schengen visa in those dates that our convention lasts, you can come without special visa for Serbia. So if you have Schengen visa to enter European Union and Schengen actually, you don't have to have special visa to come to Serbia. That is the thing that people need to have in mind, because a lot of tourist guides have Schengen visa already. So just check the dates if it's in those dates when our convention is happening. So just check the dates, and if your visa, Schengen visa, is valid at that moment, you can enter Serbia without special Serbian visa. So Schengen visa is okay, but for people, for our colleagues, for tourist guides that need to have visa, so special visa for Serbia, we are working on establishing communication with our embassies that people are having problem with. So for you, example, for Egypt, we are working on that. So if anyone else from any other country and you're listening this and you have problem with your visa, please send us an email. That's the best way to establish communication with us. So I think it's the best way. If you think maybe that you will have some problems, just check first if you need to have visa to come to Serbia, and if you don't have and if you don't have Schengen visa, the best thing is just to check first about everything. But the main problem is that you need first to register in order for us to get from us invitation letter. But we know about a thing with Egypt, so that's why we already started working on that. So I hope that I have explained about visa questions. Just check on our website if you need to have visa for Serbia and for convention, of course.
Thank you, Giovanna.
Yeah. Anybody else's specific questions about travel to Serbia? Anybody else? James from Canada. Are you planning to attend our convention, James?
Well, I got to tell you, Serbia is a country I love. One of my best friends is a Serb, and I get to borrow his place in Belgrade. And as I said to him, do I have to take my tools and fix anything or not? He said, take your tools. There are a couple of things. So I'm really planning on it. The only thing I don't know at the moment is if I'm going to have any work in February. If I have work in February, you don't get to see my smiling face. But if I get work, but if I don't, I'm planning on going to Serbia. It's a lovely country, and forget about the tea and forget about the raki. The pure juice of this country is Slivovitz, and preferably made illegally as moonshine, not the stuff you get in the supermarket. That's baby's milk. Real Slivovitz made by somebody in their own
and the people.
Illegal. That's raki also.
and the people, James.
Oh yeah, I mentioned my best friend's a Serb, and that's in Toronto. Yes. I've known him for years. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for that, James. Okay, how about Kit? Kit, Jared, I don't. Would you like to? Are you coming to our convention, Kit? If you are there, maybe she's not. Okay, let's move on. Anybody else? Carol, who is speaking? Okay, Kit is thinking of attending. Okay, that's fine. Caroline, Giovanna held out about the moonshine. Moonshine. Oh, here's Carol. Go ahead, Carol. Unmute and tell us your plans.
Well, I hope to attend. I have to see, I'm taking some classes, so I have to see when the classes are scheduled. So I am a definite maybe. If I can make it happen, I'll be there.
Wonderful. And you
Good,
have
that's
been
good.
to World Federation Convention before.
Yes, and it was wonderful.
Great. Okay. Anybody else wants to say something to Giovanna? It's been a wonderful informative meeting, Giovanna. Thank you for that. And we
Thank
hope
you,
that
Maricar, for the opportunity to promote our convention.
sure. And we hope that we have a lot of guides. How is the registration? Is it moving? Is it coming up?
It's moving, yes. There are still places for early bird, but if you want to have early bird discount,
How many people are you expecting?
As many as we can get. The
Yes.
problem with COVID is really here. So I know that colleagues have problem, but that's why we always say as much as we can get. So
yeah, you're gonna get a lot.
We're hoping.
We'll get a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
You
What
will,
about
Giovanna.
you, Dr. Rifai? Are you planning?
I
I
will,
hope you
of
can
course.
join us.
Of course I will. Of course I will. I will not miss an
Oh, that's
opportunity to be.
wonderful. Yes,
Not miss an
yes.
opportunity to be in, especially Novi Sad. Definitely. I'm reading what you sent me, Monica. That's what keeps us going. Tourism is in our DNA. Every second, every minute, every hour of the every day. You sent me that before going to this. Just wanted to share it with everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you so
Dr.
much.
Rifai was with us in Tehran during our convention.
That's
He
right.
was our
That's right.
honored speaker in Iran
That's right.
in
That's right.
2017. So what an honor.
I still have pictures of that convention.
That was a wonderful event.
Good, good.
Thank you. And I think we have a hand raised. Saber Hassan from France. I saw your hand raised. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It is a very good occasion to be in Serbia. But I want to say that I am following the convention since long time ago. But I think we have. I think in Europe we don't communicate much about this convention. The European Federation is just sending, or the French Federation, or some federations, they are just sending messages, but we don't communicate much about it. For example, for local, I talk about France, for example, we have local associations. We have the French Federation, which is in Paris, but we have also local guides associations in a lot of departments, but they don't have this information. So I don't know what to do exactly to inform all of these local, what you can say, local guides associations in many places in France. I know that the French Federation is represented in the World Tourist Guides Association, and the German Federation. So what I am trying to say that maybe we need to communicate more, especially with local guides associations in other places, not just with the Federation. So I don't know how to do that. I am talking with my colleagues here, and I am trying to inform others, but the French Federation sent just email for some persons who are already members, but a lot of guides, they are not members in the French Federation. They are just members in their local associations. So I don't know how to, what we can do with.
That's a good question. May I ask Alushka, Alushka, can you if you can respond to that about guides who are not members of associations, how can we reach out to them?
National associations.
Yes, so keep in mind that we are a federation of associations first and foremost. So those are our main members. And then in countries where there are no associations, we have individuals who may become members. We have been very active in promoting this convention. We have done a lot of virtual engagements. The social media platforms are constantly sharing. So as a non-member, you do have access to the social media that the convention team are running, as well as the social media that the World Federation is running. Obviously, there are certain things that remain within our paid membership. That is a benefit of being a paid member, such as our newsletters, and those then filter down to our main association members and the tourist guide colleagues who are their members. But as a non-member, you still have access to a lot of information, and we are very active on social media. We share that information on social media. So please follow all our main platforms, and you can engage with us on those platforms. Our website is also kept up to date. Everything we have available for people as tourist guides who are non-members is available on our website. For example, recently we ran the association Journeys. That was a fantastic event that any tourist guide or any tourism colleague could attend to see what is happening in the other associations. So you can be proactive on that front. Don't wait for your main federation. Have a look what we are doing and directly from the source. And we really do keep that website and that social media up to date. So I urge you to also follow Giovanna on the convention platforms that they're using. They keep it up to date. They also share information. And that is a way you can access a lot of the stuff not being a member. But at the end of the day, we are a federation of associations. Our priority is to speak to our members, and they are the ones who then will attend our General Assembly at the convention and who ultimately have the vote for the next convention for 2024. So if you're not a member, there's still plenty of avenues for you to participate. We've ran a lot of webinars over the last year and a half. We've ran a lot of virtual conferences. We've really been engaging with both members and tourist guide colleagues who are non-members. So we've been out there. So please be proactive and also follow from your side. So it is a two-way street as with any relationship.
Thanks, Alushka.
Thank you, Madam President. Okay, great, thank you. Anybody else's last questions before I turn it over to Jürgen?
Can I mention one last thing? You're all talking about the cold weather. Living in Canada, I'm looking at going to Novi Sad in January and February as a way to get warm and to go for sort of like a summer vacation to get out of the cold. So going to Novi Sad will be quite warm. And so I'm looking at, really, I won't need my jacket or my hat because it's going to be so hot. I'm just worried about heat exhaustion.
Yes, people that come from Canada in Serbia during winter, we can see them walking in their t-shirts. So it's quite interesting thing, and you can recognize them all the time because of course maybe some jacket, but everything is so. They wear mostly t-shirts when they come to Serbia during winter, because of course it's quite cold in Canada, but here for them
you'll feel warm. You'll feel warm
okay.
For the warmth of the people. The warmth of the people of Serbia will make you feel warm.
Cold for the people in Serbia, yes.
That's true. Very true. Okay, so thank you, Jürgen. I pass on the floor to you for closing.
Miss Donata.
Yes.
If that possible, I have a question to Miss Giovanna. Maybe my question will be out of the place, but I want to know which countries do your citizens prefer to travel as tourists? What interests them the most in the countries where they travel? I mean, what are their preferences? And what needs to be done to make them to come to
Well,
It was a hard question, I think.
First thing, people here love culture. Most of them love culture. Most of our people are traveling mostly during summer, and they're going on their vacations to the sea, mostly to Greece and Turkey, Egypt also. So those are some countries for, let's say, for that summer vacation. Cultural, mostly Europe, mostly European countries. You have, of course, some tourists that love, let's say, further destinations. But I think that mostly the thing for us are the prices of the flights, especially the flights. How costly is to go somewhere. So I think that is still the main problem. How expensive would it be to travel anywhere?
I add something?
Thank you very much.
Can I add something, please?
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. If I.
Yes. Are there any direct flights between Belgrade and Baku? There are no direct flights.
No.
I think no, but I have to check it.
Okay.
The thing is also that flights that are flying from Belgrade, direct flights from Belgrade, can be a bit expensive. So I think that is also one of the problems for our people.
We had the same problem in Jordan, and we reverted to low-cost carriers like Ryanair, like EasyJet. And they're doing great job. They're bringing people from Belgrade from all over the country, from everywhere. I think you should look into that in Azerbaijan.
Then, of course, you have these guys like probably Emirates. I don't know if they go there, Qatar Airways, Etihad, some of these carriers.
Yes, but you have to fly to Qatar first.
Right.
Which is twice as much the distance.
Yeah.
And twice as much expensive, of course.
That's why here people are using Timisoara Airport in Romania, Budapest also in Hungary.
Yes.
So those are the airports that also people are using from Serbia.
Especially from Novi Sad.
Yeah, especially from Novi Sad, because
right.
to Budapest we can get in 4 or
2
5
hours.
hours.
Yes.
It's not that far away. The main problem would be the border. How long would we wait on the border crossing? But people are still using their airports for low cost flights.
The best thing is to make a deal with low cost carriers to fly you directly from Belgrade to Baku, and that's possible.
That would be the best, yes.
Yeah. Mr. Rifai, I checked in the internet. There is a flights from Belgrade to Baku, but with the transits, Lufthansa and Turkish Airlines with from Istanbul or Frankfurt, and the prices also wrote over the $300.
So that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Can I
round trip.
Something?
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, Professor Snetana, you had your hand raised.
Yes, I would like to say that Serbian people like to travel a lot, always,
yes.
And in ex-Yugoslavia. So all these countries, Balkan countries, we like to travel a lot. For Azerbaijan, it is important that it is a new destination for people in Serbia. And people in Serbia are traveling during the summer, as Jovana said, to some destination like Greece, Turkey, Egypt, Montenegro, nowadays Albania. But Serbian people like to travel a lot for a long haul also, destination. And what you should do, you should come to Serbia and see the market, tourist market of Serbia. you should see the people of Serbia and see what do we like.
Yes.
As I know, Serbian people like to pay, and they don't. They like to pay more if the destination is worth. We like history, we like culture, historical monuments. Azerbaijan is full with that, as I know. And because of that, I think that you should check with our travel agencies here and tour operators and prepare yourself for the season 2022. Because
That's
Serbian
right.
people are very big travelers.
Oh, that's great.
You're right. You're right.
Okay, thank you for that. Yassine Daoud, please unmute and tell us where you're calling from, please. You had your hand raised.
Yes, thank you. It's the first time from Tunisia I attend a meeting of tourist guides. First, I'd like to thank Giovanna for the presentation of Serbia. Really, I don't like to fly now to Serbia to visit it, not to wait to February. And
Yes.
I will do my best to go to Serbia in February and to meet you all, my colleagues, and share this new experience. Thank you very much, Giovanna.
Thank you. Hope to see you in Novi Sad and in Serbia in February.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Tunisia
you.
is a great country as well.
Tunisia,
Tunisia
yeah.
is a great country.
Yeah. Wow, we've been really, this is really exciting. And I said from my end, I cannot wait till you have this conference in Serbia. I personally have never been to Serbia, but I've been in some of your neighboring countries. And of course, everyone knows about the food. And with Professor Cesana, who I call Professor Snow White, being on this forum from the very beginning, it's really inspiring to see what is all behind Serbia. But Marikar and Tunisia, I have to say, Tunisia is one of my favorite countries. I've been there before, and I traveled all over from Tuzur to Nefta, Djerba, Hammamet, you name it. Wonderful place to visit. And I think what is so wonderful, really, that tour guides from all over the world are coming together and exchange. Tour guides, as Burkhard says, are really the ambassadors because they're working on the forefront. It's not the ministers of tourism that are working on the forefront. You cannot find a minister showing you around, but you find the tour guide showing you around. And this is probably the most important element of our tourism industry. And I can only recommend for anyone traveling anywhere in the world, hire a tour guide. It's worth it. You will never see what you see with a tour guide, because they know their way around, they love their job, you can see this. And it really gives you the extra touch you need to understand a country.
They're the heart, they are the essence of tourism.
Absolutely.
The essence of tourism is in the tour guides, without doubt.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate when you say bring a jacket, even though I'm from Germany originally. I lived in Hawaii for 30 some years now. And I can say I caught myself many times leaving these islands where it's always warm and hot. And you go to a place like Japan or you go to Europe, and all of a sudden, wow, my jacket isn't all that warm. So yes, that is important, especially if you come from a warmer climate. You even need a thicker jacket because you're not really
Can buy a
used to the
jacket from
temperature.
Serbia. Can buy a jacket from
or
Serbia.
If you forget your jacket, you can drink a few rakias and you will get warm.
Yeah, that's probably
right.
Don't worry about that.
That is right.
For you. Jürgen, we will find a jacket for you, don't worry. And with rakia and Slivovica, everything will be warm from heart to the head.
Yeah,
sure.
That's for sure.
No, thank you guys. And Marikar, thank you specifically for putting this all together. Giovanna, it's been an inspiration to listening to you and to all our friends. Too many to mention here. And I'm really looking forward to maybe having another discussion before your event. We can see where you're going, keep us posted. and we're here to support you in any way we can at World Tourism Network.
Yes, definitely.
I think there's maybe, there was one more hand.
Yeah.
Well, if there's any more input, you have a chance right now to raise your hand, and then we hope, then.
Yeah, it would be nice, maybe, Jürgen, that in the coming months, we do a little, like a conversation on the Balkan region. Many of us don't know that region. So,
Yes.
since you have so many followers.
Albania is another unknown place.
Yes, and I think what I would recommend is maybe for Professor Snisana, who has been working hard to put a high-level interest group together. Also, Alexandra from Montenegro, our friends from Albania. Maybe we can all get together and do a session on the Balkan region. And then, of course, we can mention your event, what is important. But many people don't know much about the Balkan region. So
That's right. And we would like to discover that. We would like to prepare our hearts, our minds to come into the Balkan region. This is very important, for the culture, just for the tourism. And we would like to really converse with the guides of the region, the Balkan guides, if you can, like Max. I met Max in the Interpret Europe, and he's from Croatia. And the way he communicates is also, it's very attractive that we're opening the borders. We're opening the borders into this region. So, Max, what do you think? You think you could join us also in a conversation?
In conversation or at the conference?
Oh, yeah. Well, for now, to prepare for the conference.
Both.
Okay. Yeah, I would like all you to come here and visit all these countries all around, and to see the differences between and the similarities between the countries. And then you will maybe understand much more, especially if you will try the food here. And then you will actually become even more close to our culture, tradition, history, sense of the place, or I will say taste of the place, or things actually what usually I do in presentations, or actually how to make these meaningful connections between people and place where you visit. This is actually what Interpret Europe is doing.
That's right.
Me as a guide, actually, this is the focus that actually we are trying to do.
Yeah, so what we can do from World Tourism Network to help you guys and everyone else to understand the Balkan, we will hopefully work with Professor Snisana, who has been really leading our effort for Balkan, Alexandra, with our friends, I'm so sorry, I forgot the lady's name, but she's head of the Albania Tourism Board. So we have a number of good people already in the Balkan region. Of course, all of you. What is very important, we're going to put a session together and some presentations. We can focus on this event. We can also publish, we can do some videos and get it out to the world to help the Balkan region for a little bit more publicity and awareness. So I'm all for it. It's up to you guys.
Jürgen, I agree completely. I'm in touch with our colleague in Albania, and Max is here from Croatia, Alexandra. Then we can have somebody from Northern Macedonia as well, and we can make Balkan region tourism of a Balkan region. And also, I think that to prepare about Serbia. So we can do first about the Balkan region and then about tourism in Serbia. So it will be good preparation for this.
You could also include Bulgaria.
Yes.
Could include Bulgaria and Romania.
I have my colleagues, Bulgaria and Romania, and I can ask them also to join, so we can have all together.
Yeah, I think Bulgaria, Romania, we can probably reach out to our friends at Fraport, Frankfurt Airport. They're one of our supporters, and they actually run the airports, some of the airports in Bulgaria and in Romania that are essential for tourism. So I'm sure we can talk to them. So let's put this all together. We discuss it outside this forum. And from my end, now we're an hour and 45 minutes into an hour event. So I'm really glad to see that we still have people connected from the very beginning. So it was definitely interesting. And we're going to put this all up on, not only on eTopo News, it's running right now. We're going to repeat it on our YouTube channels, link it from World Tourism Network. And of course, Marikar and whoever is a member from the Federation already has a profile page, so you know how to connect. And I think from my end, I can only say thank you so much for everyone attending this morning, this evening. And I know it's late, especially Taleb, it's 10:45 in the evening in Amman, from what I understand.
Yes, that's right.
And I'm ready for
That's right.
breakfast here in Honolulu. So
It's night here.
And
I'm going to go directly to bed from here.
Perfect. And a late lunch for Marika. So, and a wonderful dinner to our friends in Serbia. And hope we see you all again very soon.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you.
Okay.
Thank you
Good
to
night.
all.
Bye,
It was
bye,
a
bye,
pleasure
bye, Giovanna.
and bring us all
Bye.
together. Talk to you soon, okay?
All right.
Meeting
Thank you.
Bye, bye.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.